Good morning, everyone. How are you all? It is Tuesday. Tuesday, yeah, Tuesday. I think. Actually, this is terrible. This is how bad my eyesight is these days, guys. Anyway, good morning. Happy 1st of October. Yeah, September's over, so summer's gone. We're now into October and autumn, and at this moment in time, I'm pretty chilly. But then again, it is kind of yeah, it's just gone 9:15 in the morning. Don't know if you can see that. It's a chilsome. Anyway, I'm getting some absolutely amazing feedback, guys. Had some absolutely fantastic comments about this, what I'm doing, and seems to be working for people, which is great. Now I don't want to just make these podcasts and not actually every time say something a little bit more, peel another little layer. Now, living with mental health and alcohol dependency, yeah, it's soul destroying, guys. Actually, I think about my life and what I've prioritized alcohol over. I've been unlucky with relationships, but so is everybody else until they find the person that they're meant to be with. I think I found that in Kat. Just feel like I've known her before and know her again. It's kind of something that when you kind of got like a life expectancy date, you've only got a certain amount of time left. You kind of start appreciating things that are done and happen. Now, yeah, it's when I mean, I've been in some absolutely horrific states. I remember after the breakdown of my relationship with Cat with a K. We were together 10 years. We were like best mates, and that's what it was. That's how it felt. It didn't feel like a relationship. It felt like mates. We were best friends, who happened to bump uglies. But yeah. That was a good relationship, but it was never going to go anywhere. She didn't want commitment, really. I mean, we lived together, but she didn't want to get married. She didn't want to have kids. But that was huge for me. So, I found myself 40 years old, single, 2 ex-wives, lost 2 houses. Well, I haven't lost them. I know where they are. I just haven't got them anymore. So yeah, so drink was always prioritized. Like I say, I'm not looking for a sub story. I'm telling you my life, what happened to me, decisions that I made, wrong decisions I made, and I'm just hoping that somebody's going to see this and kind of think, Jesus Christ, that's I'm at that stage. I mean, I don't think you guys are ever going to be in a stage where you've put on so much weight and fluid that kidneys and liver aren't working. And I ballooned up to about 33 and a half stone. I was in hospital. I collapsed in the street, basically. I'd gone off the rails with Kat. Anyway, I'd I'd got to a stage where I had this little two-seater sofa. Now you got to remember, I weighed 33.5 stone. Little two-seater sofa, and a blanket. And I'm gonna be honest with you. This is real. This is really what happened to me. I never even could move or be bothered to get up to go to the toilet. So I would piss myself. I would shit myself, um, and deal with the consequences after. That was my life. Every day waking up, opening the frosty jack. I mean, I've been to the bottom of everywhere, guys. When it comes to drink, I prioritize drink over everything. Um, is it responsible for my marriages failing? No, it's not. Um, or partly, maybe, I don't know. If I really thought about it, I could say, well, it's there was something, maybe, I don't know. I'm of certainly not proud of how I was, how I prioritized drink over everything and everyone. It came first. It ruled my life for 37 years. You guys know now, because I've shared with you, that I was drinking at 13. And then, of course, I went to the army at 16, 16th birthday, a couple of few days after my 16th birthday. And I'll tell you what, guys, that was probably one of the worst things that could happen to me, because I don't know if anybody's ever been in the army, knows anything about being in the army, but it is a drinking culture, because it's such, or can be, a very high pressure job, especially if you're seeing action. Um, then it's a drinking culture. You find it's your way to relax and to let off steam, basically. But it did me no favors, because I just got used to that. You know what I mean? I'd go on 3-day benders when I was in the army, and that's exactly what I did when I came out. I'd just go off on benders, and like, people wouldn't know. Well, people would know where I am, because I'd be in the bloody pub, wouldn't I? But I don't know, guys. Drinking has ruined my life. It's physically damaged me. I have cirrhosis of the liver. I have weak heart, weak kidney, weak liver, weak everything, guys. You know, it's nobody else's fault but mine. Nobody nailed me to the bar and forced it down me. I made a decision to become an alcoholic, or did I? I think that's the thing with alcohol. People don't realise that, people say, "Oh, love a drink and enjoy a drink." Yeah, that's great. Yeah, but I'm talking about when you're actually dependent on it, when you can't function your day, you can't wake up without having a drink. You have the DTs, you have all these things. And just in case you don't know what DTs are, they're like tremors, shakes. You get it with alcoholics first thing in the morning when they've woken up and they haven't had a drink. That was me. That was me. I worked really, really hard to turn this round, guys. Oh, sorry about that. So I've worked bloody hard, and I work hard every day to not drink, because I could get hold of it quite easily if I needed to. But I'm choosing not to. I'm choosing to do it first and foremost for me, but secondly, I'm doing it for Kat. I think it's good to have somebody that you kind of almost dedicate what you're doing to, and that's what I want to do with Kat. I want to make sure she knows that, I did choose her. I did choose her. For the first time in 37 years, guys, I actually chose above alcohol. And that is huge for me. That's a huge, huge thing. Yeah. So drinking has obviously been a very, very big part of my life, if not the most important thing in my life, as I've prioritized that. But it is what it is. Yes, I have to fight every single day. There are days where I think, Jesus Christ, I really could murder a drink. But you know what? Those are the days that I dig in and I fight some inner strength and I fight bloody hard. You know, it's not an ideal situation. I'm in anyway. I'm bedbound, and really, I don't think anybody would disagree that if there was a stressful situation like I'm under with being bedbound, waiting for my wheelchair, uh, it's yeah, it's difficult when you've had such an affiliation with alcohol. It's like your best friend, but it's not, guys. It's not your best friend. It's your worst enemy. It will take your life up and it will screw it up and it will make alcohol its priority, your priority. Um, yeah, it's legal, but it's worse than crack in some respects. Uh, like my life was ruined by alcohol, and my inability to give it up. But that was that's my life, guys. That's alcoholism. I'm always going to be an alcoholic. I'm addicted to alcohol. Um, Honestly, if I could get out and go to the pub at this moment in time, no, I wouldn't. Have there been times in the last 6 weeks where I felt, Jesus Christ, I need a drink? My God, yes, I can easily say that. I can say that at least once a week I'll think, God, I really want a drink. Um, the difference being, guys, is that now I can sort of say, I choose not to. I choose not to drink. And that's a decision that I have to make every day. Uh, you know, if you're not dependent on alcohol, it's pretty cool, isn't it? You know, um, it's yeah, I just it, I thought it was my best friend, alcohol. It made everything all right. It made me bigger and brighter and larger than life and the center of attention. All these things, and actually, I still am those things. If you know me, do you know what, guys? I really, I really am laying it out here as it is. I'm trying to be perfectly. I'm not going to bullshit you guys. Uh, you know, I wish I could just enjoy a drink now and then. Maybe like share a bottle of wine at the weekend with Cat, or get yourself like a 4 pack or something. I wish I could do that, but I can't do that. I'm an alcoholic. If I do that, if I were to get just 4 cans, it wouldn't last at 4 cans. If I had 4 cans, I would have another 12, 16. So in that respects, I am not going anywhere. I can't, I have to fight every day. I have to stay strong every day. And that's what I will do. That's what I will continue to do. Yes, there'll be the odd blip, there'll be a wobble. Yes, there is. There's been a wobble, Yeah, I've let myself down. And and that's the most important thing about it. I've let me down. Not only have I sort of, I've let Cat down, and I feel I've let people down. Um, you know, but I know what they'd all say. It's just like, sort of pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and we go again. And and that's all I can do, guys. That's all I can do. That's all I I want to fight. I want to fight. I don't want. I don't want to be an alcoholic anymore, guys. But I know that while I've got this thirst and craving, that I'm always going to be one. And I don't know that if after 37 years I can put this addiction to bed. It's been my crutch. It's got me through so much, but it's put me through so much due to alcohol. You know, when you start prioritizing alcohol over your relationship, you know, the way you interact with people. I mean, yeah, yeah. This is quite a big one. This podcast on alcohol. Because this was my life. This is my life. This is what I've been through. And I think back and I think, my God, people must have just thought I was the town drunk, and I was joking earlier, sort of made a comment, that I was the bit of the kind of like wino. I, there would have been a chance at some point if I'd have carried on. I probably wouldn't have ended up with rope hanging holding me trousers up, and I'd be sharing a brown paper bottle with a load of people with dirty grey beards. As I had one, I don't know if you guys remember. When I first started doing this, I had the hair and I had the beard, and it's all gone. And thank God, actually, I feel so much better for doing it. It was a huge thing to do, but I'm glad I did it. Bit extreme, but then again, it's Ian Baker, isn't it? That's what Ian Baker does. He does extreme, but that's that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call it an end for this one. I just wanted to talk about how I perceived alcohol in my life and how it was my dangerous madam. Uh, if I can, if somebody can watch this and think, Jesus Christ, that's what I'm going through, then that would be perfect. That would make my day. But I find it difficult. Like sort of birthdays and celebrations, Easter, Halloween, and of course Christmas. Christmas coming up. Don't want to be the harbinger of bad news, guys, but you haven't got very long left. We're in October now. It's like 2 months away. So, well, was it? We can go at 2.5 months, two and three, 4 months, something like that. It's pretty scary. I've got really nice presents for Cat Brand, and I could probably buy her a bag of potatoes and she'd love me. Which is why I like to put some thought into her gifts. Um, People look at me and they think, oh, big old roughy tufty X Forces, blah blah tattoos, all that, and don't actually realise that actually I'm quite a sensitive soul. Really, I do take things to heart very quickly and very easily. I do get very emotional with people that I love. If we're having crosswords, or I feel like just sometimes I feel frustrated that I can't say what I want to say. I can't. I can't. I can't say what. Like now, I can't really put it into words exactly how I'm feeling. How I'm feeling right now, I feel relief at talking about this. That if you're at a stage in your life where you're not showering, you're not eating, all this and all the priority is alcohol. Now I've been there, I've done that one. I've been there at the worst. When I was drinking sort of 3 3 liter bottles of Frosty Jack and a bottle of vodka, and I wonder why I end up with, well, the way that I am. Is it responsible for how I am physically? Well, we don't know exactly that because of my MS. Because I have MS, um, with it being neurological, it's yeah, it's. I'm sure that eventually, when they pay the do the tests and get me sorted. That's all I need. Get me sorted. So, guys, anyway, I'm going to say goodbye for now. This one's been really deep, actually, really hard. Harder than I thought. I didn't think I could be pretty much so honest as this. Uh, but I do whatever it takes to get a pint, to get a bottle of Frosty Jack. It's. I've done some despicable things in the name of alcohol. Just the need to get some. You know, it's it's been my mistress for so long, and yeah, it was hard to give her up. But when you have a choice of a mistress and the most beautiful person inside and out in Cat, who saw something in me and thought, do you know what I mean? Maybe this. All I needed was to find that one. All I needed was the reason to stop, and I found it. I found it in Cat. So in that respect, thank you, my darling girl, for that especially. That's huge. You stuck by me through thick and thin, and there were stages, where basically I was just a joke, an absolute joke, and she still wanted to be with me. Until, of course, it got too much. My drinking got too much, and I was hiding it. And once I went through that stage, and I know now because I can see it, but once I start out hiding alcohol, that's when you've got a problem. When you're saying, oh, I'll just pop that behind the sofa, or that's a problem, guys. If you're doing that, you've got a drink problem, and you need to get it sorted ASAP because it can ruin your fucking life. I swear you that. Anyway, guys, on that bombshell, um, yeah, I found this quite intense talking about this. This is my life. It says it in my podcast. It is my life. I am bearing all. I'm being as honest as I can about things. It's I've got to be real. I've got to be real because otherwise, what's the point? There's no point. I might as well tell you as it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat it anymore. I'm going to tell you, that if you enjoy a bottle of wine a night, you're probably getting onto a drink problem. You know, I think the thing with drink is because it's such a social thing and socially accepted. It's one of them things, isn't it, guys? It's just you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. But like I say, the huge uh, uh, decision of choices will be is when I've got my wheelchair. That ability to be able to literally just go to the pub whenever I wanted to. I think to myself, am I going to manage to overcome it? And I think yes, I am, because honestly, if I would have wanted to have got alcohol, I could have got it delivered. Could have got used the one of the delivery services and just got alcohol, but I haven't. So I find myself picking myself up, dusting myself off again, and going again. And that's all I can do, and that's all I'll continue to do. And every day I'll fight and fight and fight. Every day, I'll succeed, succeed, succeed. It's going to be like 4 or 5 years time, and I'm going to probably be quite ill by then. This is something that I'm scared about, but I want to share with you. I want to document this now. I want to document the rest of my life. I want to make sure that I'm talking to you sort of 2, 3, 4 times a week, making these videos. People are loving these videos. I've got subscribers, I've got followers, I'm getting comments. You guys are making this happen. It's you guys that are making this happen. And I'm begging you, please, please, please share this. get subscribing. It's free. It's all free. I'm not getting anything for it. The reason I'm doing this is, I guess, two reasons. One is a little bit of self 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 diagnosis and analysis and working through it. What I've got that side of it. Yeah. Anyway, so there, this is it now. I think I need a good lie down now after this one, because it's actually really draining me talking about this. But this was my life, and yeah, it's pretty depressing, really. Or it was. 2 years now dry. Well, yeah, I have been to. Yeah, I had 3 pints. It could have been a lot worse. Let's be honest. I could have ended up on a bender. I think if I'd have gone on a bender, I think I'd have been in trouble. But because I was able to say no at 3, and that's something. I find myself wondering sometimes, do I have willpower and ability to put my mind to doing stuff? And I think probably the answer is, if you know me, the answer is yes, that I am quite a stubborn git. I'd like things to be done in a certain way, and yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching this. It's been awesome as ever. Thanks very much for taking time to listen to this. If you like what I'm hearing, or you think maybe there's somebody out there that's going to gain valuable, maybe that you're worried about somebody that's drinking and get them to watch this. I'm not going to bullshit you guys. I'll tell you as it is. I'll tell you the lows of being an alcoholic. I'll tell you the great parts about being an alcoholic. Or should I say the great parts that you think are great with being an alcoholic? They're actually not. You have a lot of friends when you're an alcoholic. Especially when you've got money, you have a lot of friends. I had that for quite a few years. Now it's nice. Now it's nice to not be in that situation where I have to choose. Anyway, my darlings, I'm going to say goodbye. Do a new podcast in the next couple of 3 days. Thanks for listening. Hope everybody's having it all right and enjoying these podcasts. That's the most important thing. So you take care, guys. Love you all loads. Thank you so much for the support and everything that you're doing for me. Please, please, please keep it going. Please keep sharing. Please keep watching. I really do appreciate everything that you guys are doing. It's. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not gonna tell you. It's this beautiful and fluffy candy floss and kittens. No, it's not. It's can be disgusting. You are at your worst. When you start choosing a cold bottle of white cider, which has probably never seen an apple in his life. Mind that, but never mind that. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching. Look out for the next podcast. I will share this on Facebook and hopefully get people watching it. Good morning. Take care, everyone. Love you all. Bye bye.